Oh, this is fun. This is fun. What's up, Dad?
What's going on, John?
I'm so
Good morning. The sun's out.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Where are we? Where are we right now?
We are at Sail Bay in San Diego.
Dope.
At Crown Point. It's the bay, and then it's beaches on the other side. You get the best of both worlds. Calmer place over here. And yeah, we're just hanging out. We're gonna talk a little bit.
Yes. All right, my friend. Okay, so we are in your favorite spot. Favorite spot is right. Yep. And we're having confessions. Can you explain to me this process of reading?
Yeah, we got some basil hidden. That's my personal favorite. That I make old fashions with some simple syrup, cherries, bitters, a little bit of orange action, and then yeah, gonna make you a good old fashioned the way I was taught how to make it when I was 21. My uncle Mike, he made me promise to go to his house on my 21st birthday, and I was like, I'm gonna hang out with my buddies, yada yada yada. Had some plans, and you know what? I ended up going to his house, and his gift to me was, he went to his top shelf liquor, brought out all the bottles, just taught me how to drink like a man. So this is my favorite drink by far, and I'm gonna make one for you. See how you like it.
Nice. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Your uncle, did he play? Did he play a little bit?
No. He's a football guy. He's a football guy. His son played football. His daughter is a volleyball player right now in Colgate University. Okay. But sports family. But they support me. They like baseball because of me. So
right.
Yeah, we just just good people.
Take me through the family. Mom, dad, everybody. Huge support system. I know I have a great one. Shout out to all the moms and dads out there. I'm gonna be doing my best as a new father. So thank you so much, Charlie.
Another one on the way.
Yep. To have another one. Yeah. We'll try and real hard, go real fast. We'll see how that goes. But that's why we're out here making a little time, having a little fun here. So, why this spot? What's the relevance here? Explain it. Besides that, first of all, let's just talk about the unreal location, guys. It's 70 degrees. Yeah. It's an unreal place. It reminds me, there's a couple places back home in Florida that are very similar to these, but I love that it's very serene. It's calm. You can feel the vibe.
Yeah, I lived here by the bay since 2020, and never look back. Can't leave this place. Just being by the water with our hectic schedules, hectic years, traveling, playing ball. This is just a good piece of home where I could get, restarted, recharged, and be able to just kind of enjoy myself, relax. Mornings, have my coffees here, a little bit of lunch, glass of wine, a whiskey, an afternoon at the sunset. It's beautiful. It's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, I remember playing and when I come back from, because being a professional athlete, I feel like one of the hardest things to explain to people that don't really trying to go on that journey is how fast your season is.
Yeah,
it's
a lot of traveling,
but it's really even the total amount of hours. We're looking at 18 to 20-hour days sometimes.
Yeah,
with those obligations for the team, signings, classroom visits.
This is one important part right here.
Oh yes, it's exciting.
Little. Yeah. I'm gonna make mine.
All right. So take me through, your experiences at, the next two years, just from your perspective. Was it what you thought it was? Because you've had a couple stints, right? But it's hard to explain the full bit of everything. And then you were able to get to the playoffs, and I just found the playoffs being, life changing for me on how to go about the sport.
Yeah, totally. Man, I guess in a nutshell, I would say the Mexican big leagues has been very eye-opening to me in so many ways, as a professional on the field and also personal level off the field. I think the biggest thing I can really say is you get a little piece of like everywhere. You know, you got the Venezuelans, Dominicans, at times Japanese, Mexicans, obviously Americans, Puerto Ricans. You know, you got a glimpse of worldwide baseball in a setting where it's a little bit everything goes. You know, it's not everything goes, brother. It's all about winning. You know, about getting that guy out, and whatever your weaknesses are, your strengths. You know, you just playing chess every day, and you're not gonna get a 2-0 or a 3-1 heater because you earned it. You know, you'll even get some 3-0 changeups at times because, you know, I like to swing 3-0, so it's happened to me a few times.
Right.
But yeah, I would say everything goes, and it's very eye-opening. It's just the whole winning culture, the winning aspect of things. You know, development is not really a thing down there. It's more so winning. What can you do to win today? And that's what brings value.
So for what you saw, would you say it's like a stuff league, or there's like organizational patterns?
I think there's a little bit of everything. I think, well, first and foremost, you know, it's extremely competitive league. You know, you got guys with a lot of big league time, and a lot of guys, you know, like I think I would consider myself one of the younger guys down there, but you got a lot of experience more than anything.
Yeah.
Down there, you would say experienced guys that have a lot of years of baseball under their belt, that know how to get guys out, different profiles, with the young, aggressive, patient, veteran, yada yada yada. It's just I think the veteran guys, the experienced guys from down there, have seen it all, so they kind of have an idea how to attack and try to be successful towards, you know, different profile kind of players.
Yeah, it's definitely way more difficult than I think people lead off. You know,
Yeah.
I think the funny part about the process and how baseball works is, you know, when you get to those, it feels like that in indie ball too. Like,
Yeah.
win at all costs. You know, every game matters. That, you know, positioning and having the advantage or playoffs. You know, especially how long playoffs is down there for you guys. Oh my God, it's another 5 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to. It's definitely a grind. Your body's got to be in shape. Mentally, it's grinding too. You know, just to really be in that deep of a routine. So, is there anything in your routine that you could give to a young guy that maybe he's coming up trying to be a pro, or somebody in college that, like, it's from your perspective? By the way, this is Bodman Field.
Not bad, right?
Oh my God, it's
not bad.
Oh, you guys like
bad.
old-fashioned side.
Salud.
Oh, goodness. So good. My mom. Hey, listen, we're doing this.
Basil 8, I'm telling you, Brass, that's secret sauce right there.
Wow, outstanding. You guys did great. It's awesome. You know, it's a good job. It's an adult drink, by the way. It's way too year of age. We're not promoting anything for young, but this is for mom and dad. There. Yeah, dude, it's an unreal experience. I'm really happy.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate your time. You know, this is quite original.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't know what help sharing couches now. Just you're because like.
Would you mind just stepping out of the camera?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
We can chat afterwards.
Yeah, pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
People are amazing about that one. And that's just how you have it, like, you know what I mean? You just have your profession.
Yeah,
100%.
Always.
You know what I mean? And that's life. That's my being at the alley there. Anyway, step aside. All right, so, you know, take me through, you know, your advice for the young guy, because there was a lot of stuff that, you know, Brian raised that I gave.
Yeah.
You know, like here's for example one of my load. If you're an athlete, it's a little expensive, but it's smart. Have triple of whatever you want. Just have triple.
Yeah.
Triple cleats, triple batting gloves.
Yeah.
You can go triple bats, triple underwear. You know what I mean? Like triple gamers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like you can rotate them. and then like your performance is a little better and your body's a little better, especially if you like take care of your feet and stuff right there. So
100%.
that's something that I learned from traveling in Mexico and just being like, dude, why am I here all the time? And you're like, oh, like,
Unless you're like me, that I got 3 knocks with the spikes on last night, so I'm gonna wear them until that wears off, or just wear them all season. Kind of what I
maybe
did.
that's your advice, like stay to your instincts.
Right. Yeah, I think gut feeling is definitely number one. Not only in baseball, but in life for sure.
I was watching something the other day that I was Will and Thrill was talking about. Jim told me he was like, he reminded me a lot of the mindset of what I would talk about it, like you have to be the best, right? And like he even said he would just sit on deck and say like, I am the only person on the planet that can do this. That's how deep he was. He was like, is that a place that you go?
Yeah, I mean that's a little excessive. I mean, I would say that's a little corny, but yeah, definitely have a competitive mindset. Definitely, prior to getting into war, whether you're a pitcher or a hitter, position player, I think it's pivotal to just kind of have that switch, that competitive switch, where I don't care if the guy's throwing 98 with Sink or whoever he is, big name guy, like I'm winning. I'm gonna win right now. And more so in moments that the stadium gets a little bit louder, there's a little bit more tension. It's the bottom of the 8th, 2-2 ball game, man on second, 2 outs. I think as athletes, those pivotal moments of the game are what we live for and we train for, and I think having that competitive mindset and just that confidence in yourself, it's everything. I think it's most of it, right? Than the actual skill, the talent that he brings to the table. I think also too, playing against guys that are very well experienced, gallos, veteran guys are, dudes down there in the baseball that I've played. I think that's the biggest difference, just the way they walk, the way they carry themselves, their aura, their demeanor is it's different than most guys, and it's not a coincidence why they do succeed, why they are the X of the league, best player in the league in their position or whatever it may be.
What would you describe as like calmness? You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of the guys that I played with just seem so comfortable. The other day, it's just kind of like very, and almost like you feel like a teenager, like I'm still 7, so I'm older than you, but like you just feel like, to me, like when we're playing or we're spraying and we're in the gym or a baseball game, I'm like 15, 14 years old. Yeah, mentally, just
it is a game.
You try to win and just So being older, it's definitely like a fun mindset to go back. It's just keep throwing. That's probably why I still throw, but but I mean, that difficult part. You faced a lot of high level dudes.
Yeah.
Really, it's fun from our perspective to see your training and how much fun you're having and seeing some of these ideas that we talk about. You seem calm down. That's great. I love that. It's probably a little bit of this, but also, I feel like you've grown a lot since I've met you. I think there's a lot of interesting perspective from the perspective of your growth pattern in not only in life but baseball.
Yeah.
So take me through where is it where do you see it? Because there's aha moments at every level. I feel like totally. I don't think a lot of people talk about that, especially when all you just see X is let somebody sweep past him or argue about swinging, and I just feel like the game is so much for, especially when you're pitch. Some of the best baseball in the world, by the way. I'd put, could you imagine Monterey versus the actual Yankees, with that ball down with those guys? Yeah. Or Veracruz? I mean, I'm not Veracruz. Laredo?
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
I faced some freaking dudes this year, man.
Oh, who's the guy? Vizquez, what was his name?
Vizquez? Yeah. He had some.
He was 97, was sick.
Run.
Yeah.
Run, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, it's...
just all game too, by the way, just fuel.
Yeah, and you know, that's a prime example of what I'm talking about. That guy that has that X factor, you know what I mean? Where he comes out of the pen and it's like, you know, you better bring your A game right now, because he's bringing his A game. You know, just from the moment he walks into the mound, he's throwing, he's just competitive, just go time. So I faced a lot of guys like that this playoff run, and I'm extremely thankful. I'm extremely thankful that, you know, my limits were pushed. I saw what I could do, and just I faced high profile guys, you know, from, you know, states, played in, you know, overseas, or big name Mexican ball players. That's, you know, it's refreshing. It gives me confidence, and allows me to know that, you know what, I can hang with the best.
I like power.
Yeah, it's not you feel like you can play up that level. It's so much fun.
And that's the biggest thing too. It's fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Came home the first 2-3 days, I was just like, dang, I still had the jitters from that playoff run, you know what I mean? And I talked about this a lot with my family the past 2 months. I remember, I think I was in college at San Diego State, where when the Cubs won the World Series that year, I think it was 16, correct? There was an interview with Jason Hayward that, you know, the reporter was like, hey, so what are you looking for? But it was off-season now, and he was like, rest. I can't wait to rest, you know? And not necessarily that he's physically tired, but in my personal opinion and experience, I could relate to that in the aspect of the loudness, just the noise every night, especially when I'm up to bat with, you know, a tight situation, the adrenaline, and just, I was just, for 2 months straight, I was just like wired.
Yeah,
just
we're
wired.
talking like loudness, like we're talking 80, 85 decibels, like really loud.
It's really loud.
Like
Yeah,
the music is loud.
It's fun.
People are loud. There's no foul territory, and the stadiums are vertical, so there's on top of you.
Yeah.
Yelling with a roof too, so it's just like acousticing down to you. Yeah, I remember being on the mountain, being like, wow, like Hermosillo, turn it down.
Yeah.
Turn it down, guys. This is ridiculous. You know, I know his walk to someone. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, it was just extremely loud, man. And, you know, that first week I was home, man, you know, I came home and I'm just recovering from the noise. I was wired until 2-3 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't go to sleep from the adrenaline rush. So it's very exhausting, you know, not only on the field, but, you know, the side effects after. And yeah, you know, I'm just taking this time to just peaceful.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Peaceful and just relax and enjoy. Get after it still, obviously, routine, but this is pivotal to the recovery and getting ready for it.
Winter so like
quiet. I totally get this. Is so nice and peaceful. If there's another little peaceful nugget for you guys, you know, find a calming place, whatever that means, you know. But
with an old fashioned.
Oh, and I grew up on the water, so this makes sense. Like I said, as soon as I got here, I walked out, I was like, oh, okay. And I know you spot. It's just over in Florida. Yeah, it'd be funny if I took you to a spot just like this. You'd be like, oh wow, home. But they're the same thing, for sure. Okay, good. Well, this has been amazing. What is the plan? Do you want to talk about any business stuff that you're going on, or I mean, maybe not like specifically, but like generally, you know, I know there's some stuff in league into our yard. You want to draft guys, shout out Jacob Owen.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel like you've handled your finances pretty well. You know, we talked kind of open all about businesses and stuff right in there. And so like, you know, generally, where do you feel like?
I want to do it like a plan.
Yeah, I think it all has to come down to the way you're raised, or just your ideals, goals, and values to home. Came from very humble beginnings, and I shouldn't be proud of that. And that's something I have a lot of pride in, both my father and mother's side, and just, you know, hardships in life that just kind of give you realization, or, you know, being mindful of yourself and others, and not only that, but also being in the position where, you know, hopefully I can provide as well. And that's something that helped me have a very stable mindset when it comes to its finances, and be little bit more conservative and thinking about, you know, the long run future and be able to make decisions based off of that, what's going to benefit me in 35, 40. Also going to allow me to not only provide for the people that I love for, but something that I'm very passionate about is being the decision one day to be able to, you know, impact the community, be able to help just people and plant the same seed that was planted in me, you know, just what better way to live than to leave this place better than you found it.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, I just had this conversation with Jacob the other day where, you know, I'm not too far away from being in his shoes and being able to get that first check where you feel on top of the world. And I think something that's not really talked about or just kind of not necessarily that's not touched on, but, you know, I feel like it needs a little bit more attention or guidance or mentorship is definitely young guys like Jacob who get a big check and be able to, you know, whether it be parents or a mentor or someone they know that's a little bit more ahead of them in their career or whatnot, kind of been through their shoes that they will listen to, just be able to give them good advice and guidance on how to not only take care of themselves but their finance of the future and not spend on ridiculous things that don't really serve you. You know, just I think that's a very important aspect, and I've been very lucky, very blessed to have people in my corner that, you know, really integrate that ability.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah. Love that. So if anybody has any questions, reach out to this guy. He's been doing well. You know. Okay. Let's talk about college. Well, college, right? Let's talk about high school, college, mentality, you know, process, you know, even in the pro ball, you know, how is there a version of the game that felt like you thought, boy, I was growing up and shooting up to the ball now? Well, or do you feel like there's still a lot of hills of what the game was at the very adjusted?
Yeah, I think the adjustment piece of it has been huge for me this year. I think I took a big leap in my career this year. Not necessarily, you know, by how I did, more so by the round of people, the type of people I surrounded myself with, coaches as well that, you know, had a lot of big league time, or just players that had a lot of big league time that, you know, I allowed myself to submit myself to the information that were given me and see what they were doing and really analyze, like, okay, why is this guy successful? Like, what is he doing in specific counts? How are they pitching to him? And just little things that, you know, go way beyond, you know, hitting a 1-1 slider. Just really learning the game at a high level, the small details, because something that really stuck with me is my third base coaching with Acumobility this year. With Melo, one thing he told us this year was just like, baseball is very predictable. It's very predictable, and it really is. If you pay attention to every single detail, the scoreboard will tell you everything. You know, it's the innings, the outs, the runs. You know, if just pitching, you know, was hitting, just all these different situations where, you know, it's very apparent what's going to happen. It's very predictable. And ever since I started really focusing on that, you know, I feel like I've been able to prepare a little bit more to my upcoming at bat. Someone that I had in front of me that I would get pitched similar to, especially in the playoffs when I was pretty hot, was Nevarrez. And I literally logged in on every single pitch of his ABs, and I was like, okay, that's what they're going to try to do. And also to some who got pitched very similar, like I did, was Boddy. That's someone I would pay attention to his ABs. And sure enough, I went up there with a plan, knowing what the pitcher was thinking, what he was doing. Because there's scouting reports, right? There's scouting reports that tells you he's a 63% slider with 2 strikes, or a heavy down. There's that, but also too, just like we make our adjustments, they make their adjustments, right? So just really locking into what they're doing right there in that present moment is something that's very important. It's something that has helped me be successful some other times in big situations, and something I definitely learned a lot about. Right?
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. I feel like I think that's one of the reasons why I took the leap and tried to go and be and try the Mexican gig, because it was just intriguing to why not try a higher level of baseball, that higher risk, bigger reward, more people, and then I just didn't really know much about it. And then the internet, I think, really, it's grown so much for what it was. I'm 37, so just going that route was just crazy. And then I got guys like Mitch Lively. He spent freaking 18 years on the road, like as between Mexico and Korea and Taiwan. And like, the guy's good though. He's like one of these monster people that you don't understand until you can get out there and see this dude. He says he's 6'5", but he just throws so tall too. So he must be 6'6", and then at least at 7'5" or something like that. That is just coming straight down in -6. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that's like such a weird vertical shape, for a hitter to go at. And that's what intrigues me, when I'm watching the game, just the whole different ways with baseball can come with the hitter.
Yeah.
Is there a particular like slot that you like? Like, because I know some of the guys that I've seen, like, dude, this guy's selling like this, like I am already over it. Have you noticed that yet?
I don't know. I wouldn't say a specific slot or a specific pitch. It'd be more so how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling confident, I'm high, swing feels right, the body feels right, connected, I'll give the best home run for their money. But the one guy I do struggle with is down here.
Oh yeah,
Submarine guy. I hate bacon up.
Wow.
Always hate carved up. Always.
Shout out Leba. I know him. Yeah. Squad. That guy's gross too.
Yeah.
Like, he was saying too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I struggle with those guys a lot.
Yeah. Well,
It's a lot of fun at bat.
Yeah. Well, I know what we're working on. I gotta get the old JUCO arm going.
Yeah.
Shout out Pensacola Junior College. When I threw sidearm, I hated my life. Thanks, Doug Martin, our for trying to do that to me. But I couldn't tell you if that helped or not, but it was definitely interesting. I'll put that in my memoir. Being a sidearmer for a year was just torture.
You as a sidearmer, I can't see that.
Does it like 87? We don't. That's why I got that instant follower from. But I threw like 10 innings. It's terrible.
Yeah, that's tough.
So that's just my advice. So you gotta go somewhere and play. I don't care.
Yeah,
If
nothing.
you go to D1 and you're just sitting back watching the dudes, like, oh man, I could have walked on to Florida State. Like, I got some good advice from a buddy of mine, and he said, I've been at Florida State 3 years. I have 4 innings. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what Florida State would be amazing, but I don't. And I asked him why, and he said scholarship. I said, okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. So, well, buddy, this has been great.
When look at this background, bro. That's where I hang out. I live up the street from here, and
So I walked to here, and the people just running by right now. It's amazing.
Yeah. I'm not too sure yet, but winter ball is in the plan, and I'm just kind of waiting on that phone call. You know what it's like. Call you, and the next day you're on the plane, and we're in Mexico in 24 hours. So
absolutely, it's the worst, right? There's nothing worse than like,
hey, need you here.
Yeah, for sure.
Flight's at 7 a.m. tomorrow.
But I didn't understand it at first, and then you go to we went to a winter ball final 7, and like, and then like you have to stay a couple extra days when you want to get out of there, because they make you bring your stuff back, and the club is got hammer till 12, so you can't even go take your stuff back because the field's out. They just made it all. I know that pain. I did that. That was awful. But, it is what it is. That's what,
Part of it.
Other organizations operate at other speeds. You know what I mean? 100%. So it's just the world is so much different than America. Like, there's a lot of places that I see in America, even here in San Diego.
Very humbling.
Fast.
Very humbling. Yeah.
Fast.
Very humbling.
Fast. And then, like, you go down there and it's like, so I try to tell the story. Okay. Take me through. Oh, I have a perfect question for you. Okay. So we're going down to see opening day in TJ. Okay. So let me lay it out. We have a video for it. Go check it out. 'Cause it's so funny because I love watching Eric get mad. It's not only is it taking way too long for us to go to Cutternation to go watch Dean play at Tijuana opening night. And I've been building up opening night to Eric for so long because I did it opening night with TJ when I was Tabasco, and they brought out the robots and like my favorite.
It's a
part
freaking
about
show, man.
Oh, dude,
It's a show.
Unreal, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's unreal.
Okay. So take me from your perspective, right? Like, so like, can you take me through everything that happened on the field too? Can you take me through the whole thing?
Yeah,
It's like, I'll match up where we are through the timeline where you are.
Yeah.
So let me take this. Let me start. Game time is supposed to be 7:30. Okay, it's supposed to be 7.
We didn't start first pitch until like 8:45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like 8:47.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think it's tough. It's
tough.
really tough.
Right.
Yeah, because obviously, as you know, everyone has their own routine.
Right.
When I'm catching, I take 30 minutes. Pitcher throws. If it's a 7:30 game, pitcher throws at 7. I start getting in at 6:30.
So you're a big schedule guy.
Very, very. At 6:15, I'm in the shower. 6:30, do mobility work. Mobility work, stretch out, arm care.
Right.
By the time I'm outside, I just do 3 sprints, throw with the pitcher. So big routine guy. But opening night, whether it's in TJ, Mexico City, Tabasco, with us, Torreon, it's just unpredictable because it's fun. I mean, people are having fun, you know what I mean? So it's concerts, a lot of beer, stadium is packed, and it just kind of throws you off your schedule because, okay, game's supposed to be at 7:30, right? I need to get ready at 7. The lights are off. There's colorful lights all over the stadium. There's a live band playing. It's just like, okay, like, I guess I'll start getting ready once this is over, because it'll give me like roughly 20-30 minutes to get ready to catch. It's just unpredictable. And 7:30 game, and it started at 8:47. So it's opening nights are always rough.
Yeah.
They're fun though.
I've been on both sides of it as a starting pitcher. I remember, I'm a big routine guy too. I picked up a lot of stuff from, old school guys, Roger Clemens and people like that. And man, it just reminded me, like, especially in Mexico, I started wearing a digital watch, and it's so funny because I got roasted online, as I was like posting photos, because every once in a while they'll get a
Not everything's for looks, right?
Right. Yeah, but I couldn't wear an Apple Watch. I couldn't wear anything that like I was gonna get in trouble with. So I found this just like cheap Walmart $10.
$1.99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Timex Walmart.
It was
digital
just
watch.
blocks that just have numbers.
But it was perfect because I just knew what time it was. Like, it was just so nice because I knew the Mexican national anthem was so unpredictable too. By the way,
Yeah.
like that ball. Are we going long version? Like, are you hit me with the 7-minute Mexican anthem? By the way, 7 minutes Mexican national anthem.
I never really paid attention to the time of that, but like,
And they don't always do it. Right?
it's fine. I mean, this year we had like a big platform with fireworks and lights, and we come in.
So can you see? Let's go. You're in
fine.
TJ. They launched the fireworks.
Yeah.
The smoke goes nowhere. We just got a hazy night now, right? Can you see the baseball still? You chilling?
Yeah. I mean, I think the lights are great. Unless
Where are you? What? Tabasco's bad. Tabasco's bad.
I think Aguascalientes is
It is kind of dark.
yeah.
It's also the ball flies. It's wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like that's
Get off the end, it's bomb.
Yeah, we'll see. Elevation and thin air with a little wind blowing it. Get it above the deck and she goes. I think that's why too some stadiums like it's just such weird to think about like how much the backstop and airflow affects the flat. You know what I mean? And like some of the bigger stadiums, all doesn't go nearly as far as maybe like high school.
Mexico City, the ball's flat, but the field feels like it's 500.
It is though.
It's like that is not 410 and
No,
that is not 330.
395 in the gaps, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That
What?
it feels that way. Yeah,
395?
I mean it flies, but like I'm just like, yeah. I remember
It's so weird.
the
It's so-
last
and they play a
game-
weird game. Like like they have those fast students that land at the tunnel of runs. So they get all these doubles and triples and score all these runs. If they're just like dumping over the head, just the way that it is. And it's so hard to defend that. Oh my God, as a pitcher, like what do you? Because they still can smack it over their heads, so you got to put your outfield in, trying to take it away. But jeez, playing in those different locations, stuff really good person. And then you go to the States where like it's way more consistent on like ball flight and like, there's not as many variables, but like playing in campaign with
It flies big time in left field. Other places,
it does, yeah. Left field if you get it up, though, but you gotta get it up.
Yucatan, though, that's I hit the ball in the screws to left center, just little line drive to center field.
It is like, it is.
Yeah.
Down in that
Ball's tough over there.
Yeah, tough. Yeah, I felt crazy talking about that with my parents. I mean, like, I don't know if this is real or not, but I feel like every city that I play in, the ball goes typically, like I just, wonder if it's about how the environment affects the baseball. It sounds like a weird thing we complain about. It's totally true.
Yeah.
Like, especially when you're down in Mexico City, so much south than like Atlanta, Georgia, where they play perfect game. And then like perfect game, Atlanta, Georgia. Those kids in the East Coast of Arizona going out doing the tryouts, they can't do strikes. It's kind of what I experienced too.
Name of the game, right?
This is why you were sticky. Okay. Oh, yeah. Because if you're over here, you don't have to do anything. Can we talk about that guy? Oh my God, he finally left.
What was that about? That's kind of weird. Okay. I've been living here since 2020. That's my first awkward encounter I've had in 3 years.
Well, I'm just happy it went so well. And he's going, shout out to the random guy that did walk in the video. You almost expressed their vibe, but we've played with a lot of people, so. Yeah. Excuse me, sir. Didn't you mind so far?
I would have been a little bit more direct. That's why I was waiting for you to do it.
That's okay. I felt,
Get out.
I was not distracted. I knew what he was doing. I thought we were having some comedy Steve.
It's just real. It's like walking up to two people having a conversation, be like, hey guys, how you doing?
It's okay, slowly. It's fine.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's okay.
He needs what happened to another one?
He needs a good community of people that enjoy training for a sport. That's what baseball is. It's a community of it's baffling to me that there's guys that I still, Facebook is still a thing in my generation. That I see my buddies that just like stops run and just like, nah, dude, man. It's just so much fun to throw. We battled the other day, right? You did. Can you talk about like what your strategy is, or understand the play in front? What is he like? Not your strategy, but like tell me what you see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what do you see? Because like it's obviously efficient, right?
Yes, I mean you do throw 86, 88, which, but your
Smart. Shout out to my
your lane, just you remind me of this starting pitcher for that goes big white guy. I think his name was Nate. Regardless, he was like 95, 97, but like by the time he let go of the ball, it was like halfway. So it's like 105, got on you pretty quick. You kind of have that same reach. And so your 86 kind of feels like 91, 98, 91. But I try to stand in front at least 5-7 feet. Just kind of emulate that 92, 95 feeling. And you just have pretty good spin rate on your ball, off speed and fastball. So although it is 86, 88, but I don't hit against you at 60 feet. I hit at the 755.
Right.
it just it feels like a competitive AB.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had ABs against you and college guys, other pros and whatnot, and I definitely struggle against you the most. I think, just have that little extra, at the end.
Yeah, but that's why we're building dogs, though. So, like,
100%, yeah.
That's where, Brian Ray, I feel like, I love watching other sports, learning of other sports. And like I said, I think the MMA, the style of, like, community guys, we get a bunch of dudes together, we all train better, and we're all just trying to make each other better. I think that's the vibe.
100%.
That has to be done. I mean, I think it's another reason why we're out here, because, like, we're professional. It's unsaid. Doesn't need to be said to say. We're obviously professional, but we're in. We obviously know what we're doing. So, I'll always say this to everybody. Like, anybody that comes on our doors wants to see you better. If you're doing the baseball, but yes, mechanics, yes, horse plates, right, training regimen, horse, but like really training the game is like sparring. Like Muhammad, Ali, all the fighters, that's all they talk about. It's like, just want to spar. Like, McGregor giving us a peek into his life on the Netflix doc, the most recent one, unreal, buddy. I don't know if you've seen it, but just watching his process, like the process, that's what's.
It's those guys, man. They just kind of change the game, change the nature of not only their sport, but just, they're competing in general. I think that's something I do take a lot of pride in, and obviously, a few pro guys in the facility, more hitters, not a lot of pitchers.
But it's just weird.
Yeah, weird.
Come on down, guys.
But something I do thoroughly enjoy is just getting that AB against that JUCO guy, that D1 guy, independent ball guy, or Mexican League guy, whatever, right? And not saying anyone is over or under specific level, but just going to war, man, and competing and be like, all right, well, let's go. It's just another arm, and I think that's not only beneficial to me because I've never seen this guy. I don't know what he has. I don't know how he's going to react because I play pro ball. He's still in college. So you get a little riled up and amped up and want to do a little bit too much, right? It's just a very interesting dynamic because we've seen a lot of guys that I come in there and just try to do too much and just ball, and it's just, that gets me better though, what I mean? Because it's like, okay, I got to be patient,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, I feel that edge.
It's still important.
Over
testing your zone.
Yeah, I feel that edge.
Zone or so.
And yeah, it just, it's a small detail, but I felt that edge in the season when I'm hot, hitting 500 for the week, and they know, and then there's this guy that I can feel that edge over him because he's gripping the ball a little bit too hard. He's getting like ready, like you can sense that, right? Just like when you're pitching, you can sense when the guy's like, okay, gotta get a good AB against this guy because this is the dude, right? So I think it all plays a part of that progression, that preparation that you ultimately want to have, because you don't want to go into a season without preparing for every single occasion, which is impossible, right? But you want to at least cover as much as you can so you can be able to be successful because you prepared for this specific situation.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, the competitiveness of what I think you and I work on and how we try to set situations. I feel like I definitely expose some things to you as far as like pitch styles, where
honestly, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you've been a big part of why I've been able to adjust and have some success playing in Mexico. Because I mean, how many guys do you see that go down there that come from the States that's just like how do you get down here? I'm getting 3-1 cutters or sinkers I don't, or changeups, you know what I mean? Or I'm getting a 3-0 cutter, get it off the end. You know what I mean? I got 6 sliders in a row. Like, what the heck? I didn't throw me the fastball. So there's that. And I mean, you've done it all. You've helped me throughout my ABs, or maybe this day I'm a little bit tight from the gym because I went in the morning and can't really get my arms to that inside cutter that you throw.
And you told me about it?
You just freaking, you just carved me up.
I remember that day. Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. It's been fun to show you some stuff.
You've helped me.
It's been a fun.
I've always told you to.
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate it. It means a lot. It does. And I didn't ask you to say that, but keep it coming. That's something like this. But I agree, dude. It's fun because I feel like as I went into my career, I started understanding like the stuff over location idea, and that's why I always ask like stuff, sequence, because as a pitcher, you just watch so much pitching and you start noticing patterns, and watch what dudes throw and let's go and stuff there, and I think that's where it's always been fun for me because like as a baseball geek and a nerd that's just like been playing and throwing and watching for so long, my whole life really, and it's been fun to be like on a team where like I play with 4 guys that throw 100 and they all throw differently and the ball moves differently, and I get to watch them every day, and I'm like this is the craziest thing I've ever seen, craziest thing I've ever seen. And you watch them move, and you watch their bodies and watch how they prepare or they don't prepare, however they handle them. It's still wild to me. Like I've seen dudes sitting in a chair for like 14 hours. I'm gonna get up and throw 100. Like, wait, you did it, do it with mobility. Hey, what's going on here, bud? I don't understand. You just
Wild West down there.
You just lifted your leg and threw it 100. I mean, I understand you're 6'6", 6'7", but like, Jesus, And I played with other guys that threw 100 and would refuse to throw anything with a fastball.
Yeah.
Like just live or die. And I'm just like, wow, this still exists. And so, it's a testament to your training too. With you understanding, your catching side of it. I'm excited about, some of the things that you were able to have success in that you were definitely able to prepare you as real as possible. And then also you wanted to come back in and jump in the box and not stop, like just a real savage me.
I don't want to lose it.
Yeah, it's definitely a process, but I know, think about it, like there's no other way to stay that close to the game, to the real game. None of this like 45-foot BP stuff, like the real game. There's no other way. I know we shout out to Spitball, their pitching machine is unreal.
Yeah, it really is, man.
Right?
I
That's new,
jumped
right?
in.
That's wild.
2 days after I got back home. Just hit a little bit and it felt like a real arm.
It's crazy.
Just the heaviness, the spin rate. I was just like, kind of got in on me.
Yeah.
It's not your typical.
Yeah, Berto. I saw Berto being the mad scientist back here. Berto's our hitting director, and he's the toughest out I've ever faced. And it's
Berto rakes, bro.
But it's purely because we have 500 bats. So like, as a young athlete, and one of the things that I see from my perspective is you don't get to face the same guy more than once. In some of these tournaments, or you might see this guy once every 6 months. Playing in a real league where 3 nights out of the week you actually see the same guy, you can see growth on dudes, or I remember we were texting about it as your season was going, and I was like, what do you think about this guy? And they're like, got it. Already got it ticked, right? And so like, is there, are you using, maybe this is a little bit too much in the process, but I just see a lot of more technology nowadays. Are you able to access into some of this, information? Is there anything in the video room that, because I would have been obsessed. Yeah. If I could have watched my start after I did it, I would have just been, because for me, video was just so crucial for me to conceptualize what I was doing three-dimensionally according to what I was watching on television, or in the live. So.
Yeah, I think everyone's different. Right. At least in my personal opinion. I like to see video of the starting pitcher, see what his ball's doing. If he's a lefty, if he's cutting in towards me, and just kind of have that mentality and see how I I'm gonna approach that. If it's a righty, that's just everything's fading outside of me, just my approach to that. But I think with Acumobility, we did an amazing job in breaking down every pitch, the percentages that they throw it in, and what counts, whatnot, and what they live and die with. You know what I mean? That gave me a plan and idea of what to look for and how to approach this pitcher. And also too, like, my first AB was very different from my fourth AB.
Right.
You know, I have different phases of the game where I go up there either passive, or I go up there aggressive, because I know they're gonna come after me, or I know he's gonna try to pitch around me based on the situation, the outs, like I told you at the beginning of the scoreboard. And I think that was a big key to my success. And even during the times where I was struggling, because it was a long season, you know, there's obviously weeks where, you know, I was struggling with the fan. There was weeks where, you know, I could close my eyes and swing the bat, and, you know, I was hitting. You know, it's just a part of the ups and downs of the season. And I think as baseball players, we all understand those moments. But yeah, I think the analytical piece of it, of understanding the pitches, the pitch type, where they throw it in the counts, the percentages that they use it, is pivotal to having a game plan into your AB.
Right. Totally.
Go play chess.
100%.
You know.
Yeah, I'm excited too, because I just got some new toys. I need to I want to explain this one too. It's very cool. It's dropped to this new company, Reflection Go. It's an Oculus headset.
Yeah.
Speed accuracy trainer. So I was just messing around with it a little bit earlier, with a VR headset. But what it does is it many games your reaction time to your accuracy of your hands. And so, like, it was very cool, because you felt like you're in an arcade. That's what I felt. I felt like I was just playing a little game.
That will be the show.
Right. But this, and there is a version of that we'll get to a little bit later, but this one is just specifically designed to gamify your reaction time training. That's what it's designed to give. And as I did it, I did 2 games, dude. Oh, and what's cool is, like, you just need, like, for you, I would say, like, because what you're, maybe this is something that I heard on a podcast, and I'd have to go back to start paraphrasing. But basically, you know, the idea of the beach, the coffee, reading, is really to meditate and to focus the brain, to be able to.
Yes. It all correlates.
Right. And so, you know, the video game world, they have what you call the part athletes that intentionally play fast-paced game, where you personally need to fight it, and you speed up and to move up that idea. And I feel like this company gamifies that in a VR world, which is interesting, because, like, you punch these little bombs that go off, you're trying to do it as fast as you can, and then you're trying to get as many as you can, and so what you feel is you can feel your hand speed a little faster. Yeah, you're like, okay, let me beat it, and you're going faster. Can I go faster? Can I go faster? You know, and I feel like with your acceleration speed inside of your swing, and, you know, how your body's set up, you know, it's fun to watch change growth, and it's hard to swing that on your body.
Yeah, it really is.
So if we can make you more accurate and launch faster, I feel like hitters or pitchers, you're gonna have an even tougher time.
Yeah, man, and I think it all. I mean, I'm 26. I don't. A lot of guys at 22, 23 are in the big leagues and have a lot more experience than I do. But I feel like my career's just barely started. I had no piece of successes here, going all the way to CNBSB with Burnout. But I mean, as you know, this game it's a marathon from its bed itself. It's a matter of being able to, you know, stick to your routine, stick to, you know, your game plan, and just having that grit mentally, be able to, that resilience to keep going, keep progressing. I think having that humility and be like, all right, I need to get better. Doesn't matter if you have a stellar season, like, there's always something to improve. Always, whether it's your cut or your changeup, my throwing, my receiving, my blocking, my strikeout ratio. Like, you know, there's so many things I can improve, and I think it's pivotal to the growth to be able to keep that in mind and be able to just continue to chase excellence.
For sure.
Get better.
Right. 1,000%. Yeah, it's growth mindset. It's definitely something that I think, mental health's a tough thing to bring up sometimes when, you went through a dark phase of, or get hurt senior year in college. You hear that story, you're senior year, our chances are done, and so working back, we're just, growth mindset was kind of funny how the internet and the motivational culture kind of sprouting from, some of these social media things, and a lot of it makes social media bad, but, if you look at the history of media, like, it's literally gone from radio to black and white television to color television, to, internet, to, magazines. Like, there's always been a thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So distraction's always been a part of it. Coming here, calming everything, it definitely feels nice to turn off, even though we're surrounded by technology, but we're not actually directly connected to the interwebs. So it's a great idea. This is good.
We talked about this for a while now, and I'm glad we're able to do it. And yeah, man, it's been really awesome to just kind of see the growth of your company, your business, Cutternation, and just kind of knowing. Obviously you began way before we met, but just kind of seeing your ideals, just seeing people doubt you or think like, oh, this is nuts or whatever, and just kind of see you progress, grow, and elevate your business, your ideals, and what you say is helpful. It has a lot of meaning, significance, and it goes along with playing baseball at a high level. So that's something that I've noticed, something that I've known since I've met you, and I'm very lucky to be able to get a piece of you and implement it to my game and get some success. And like I said, you have a good amount, good piece. You have a good piece of my success, that I had this year, although it was small. But I look forward to continue to grow together, our friendship, our partnership, personal, professional, and just kind of see where baseball takes us. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Yeah, cheers for sure. This is a good time. Yeah. I feel watching you trying to help, because that's I grew up just kind of watching the game always from the beginning. Whether it was like, first of all, how did you watch mechanics? Greg Maddux is doing, as a 9-year-old kid when he's throwing butterflies in there. You know what I mean? Like, and then actually playing with guys that did it 5 feet in front of me, pre-social media. Like, you just sound like a dinosaur. I know what I sound like. It's funny, but it's just because I can throw those different pitches and show those different pitch types. That's where we're trying to show a lot of the kids and the parents too, because the parents have just, there's a lot of people that baseball's really grown a lot here in San Diego. There's a lot of people that literally don't understand it. We're talking top 0.01 where some of these people throw 95, not even 100, like 95. It's extremely difficult, but it's not impossible. Like, there's so many more people that are just like training smarter and like working better towards it, and trying to, just be smarter on the body. I feel like there's been a lot of growth or crossover of the gym side and stuff in there, with your strength program and what you're doing. I know what I felt. I always, and even this, like, I gotta get back to Ken for sure. Shut up the wife and let's build our new garage when we're gonna have time. But now that we've built the HQ, I can move on to the next thing. So, but fitness, strength, working out, obviously it's definitely a big part of your process. How much every day you focus on this? Can we put it like, man, Nick say that, but like, because this guy has 5-minute meetings. I was wanting to say this, but 5-minute meetings is wild. Like, that means you're seeing like 90 people a day. That's a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh man, the gym aspect is one aspect of my training. I think different phases, different aspects, and obviously the gym's number one. To my field training, being a catcher, I can't just get away with hitting, lifting. Have to receive, have to block, have to throw. Just prepare for all these situations. But I've gone after the gym. Those who do know me know that I get after it in the gym. I like to push big weight. But I think as I'm getting older, I like to be a little bit more smart with, how I train in the gym. And as a wise man once told me, and a mentor of mine, it's not how much you can lift, it's how long you can lift it for. You know what I mean? I like to do this for another 20 years and be able to just have integrity in my work and pride in my craft. But I think as far as the gym aspect, I was pushing 500-600 pounds, deadlifting, squatting, and all that stuff. And that was in my early 20s. But now I'd say it's more about being quick, be fast twitch, be fast. And that's something that I've slowly, transformed my training routine into.
Yeah, I feel like I made the same mistake.
Yeah.
There's a certain level of power you get 5. The highest I got with like 450. And then I listened to a Cressy podcast, and he was like, his guys don't go over 500-600, but like, what's the point if you can just do 315, 100 tonnage? And I was like, and he said, if you don't know and you can do 450, just do 315, 100 times and see how you can feel. Well, once I did that, I was like, oh, okay, I should just like do medium weight a lot and move it fast. You know what I mean? I always try to break things down generally, I think it's just the way I was, shout out to my parents who taught me really how to learn, and that's what it sounds like you're going to agree. Same mindset of like,
100%.
Getting back to an athlete that can hit a base down. Yeah. Which I think is like a blend of the new school and the old school, but I just think we got, I think we had a little bit of, my take is, we got a little bit of a football invasion into the baseball world. We thought power teams were going to directly transfer the power, and they do, don't get me wrong, but like, kinda. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would say kinda.
I mean, how many? Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. A little quick story. So I was in Saltillo, right? And there's this freaking guy that looked like a linebacker.
Dude, they're enormous.
Just jacked. Like, he was a solid 240. Just, had muscles on top of his muscles. Hitting them out, when getting carved up at times. But I'm just like, in the show, the best players in the world. How many guys look like that? Not saying that you shouldn't be fit, right? But like, it's more about that, A to B as fast as possible, right? And just being quick, fast twitch, just being explosive. My shout out to my dad. Everything he tells me, I end up believing it and finding out for myself 2-3 years later. But he's been telling me for 2-3 years, like, hey, just chill down on the way, work on being fast, explosive, and yada yada yada. 2 years later, now I'm starting to believe it and just kind of implement that into my training. But I was just all about like, I'm gonna get 600 pounds. I was deadlifting 500 pounds 15 times, and I was just doing all kinds.
Yeah, it's a perfect segue. So we have these new force points, right? And they do a full-on assessment on your body, what your total strength.
Yeah.
So I think you with GT,
Gnarly.
They need to do that probably today or tomorrow, because that's when he's here. So I think it's till Tuesday, Thursday, right? But anyway, I'll text him. It's really well. Even before you go, whatever, give us a really good. He's really good at programming and understanding some stuff in there. So I think that's something else we can get from that. Are you when you're trying to learn, right? Like, I heard that song, Patrick David Yes, and I
love that guy.
Yeah, he's amazing. He had a Tom Brady bite that was just let your homework to go watch stuff. Hour and a half, hurt your brain. Got it, just hurt your brain. Tom Brady is a savage. It's just, it makes sense. It's the same story. It's like my story, but like not, because I'm not Tom Brady. I'm not Quins, but it's just like, we just keep going. It's all cool. We're just keep going. Just keep on. We got to watch that podcast. I don't care for it so much, especially if you haven't seen Jazz.
It's a journey, man.
Oh, for sure. I forgot I was just going to this right about Tom Brady. I gotta sing it. I love this.
This monkey, it's funky monkey.
Yes.
That's monkey, funky, that funky monkey. Brass monkey.
Yes, unreal. This is an unedited podcast. Forever.
Wait, you're not gonna edit
No,
this out?
absolutely not. Why would we not? Why would you cut out comedy like that, guy?
Bro,
That's
this
the thing. Like, oh,
hey,
man,
in 3 years that I've lived here, I've never experienced this situation right here. And guys singing grass
We're doing the
monkey.
weird thing. We're the ones in weird clothing on the beach.
No, I think we look
Drinking-
great.
I know, of course.
You look great.
But we're not in scene. You know, these people are living their lives. Running
Yeah,
the
yeah,
beach.
yeah.
So we're making their
Singing
day.
grass
We're
monkey.
making their day. You know? Shout out the Beastie Boys. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. That made my day.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I got
that made me
distracted.
laugh.
You cut me off because I was like, what is this guy singing? Goodness. And it got better. Clip it. Shut
Yeah,
up.
man.
Yeah, I think you know, I'm excited to keep pushing these ideas on stuff because like that's where
Yeah, man, I'm an open book.
I don't think there's a law to it. There's so many different ways to look at this game. I think that's where I saw it. I played a lot of the Cuban guys on like were savages to like look at their stats and they're in like 430. You're like, buddy, what's going on? Like, why are you here? Like, how are you hitting 430? And then like something happens and they dive.
I do want to add to that.
And they hurt their wrist or something. You know what I mean? And then they just like sit on the DL for 2 months.
I think, yes, I've come across like individuals like that this year. Granted, it's my first year in Mexico, fully. I had last year some of the Toros. They loaned me out to Guadalajara. Had a stellar one month with them, and then had an injury. Talk about that later. We can talk about that later.
Come on, man. Just say it.
All right, yeah,
Just say it.
man. Hey,
Listen, it's a risk of the job, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, this could be advocate.
I do want to promote Nutty Buddy.
There you go.
Because I've gotten hit around 12 times again,
Yeah,
and we don't be a thing.
right. Shout out to anybody.
Nutty Buddy, shout
Yeah,
out.
we'll get to you guys real soon.
Yeah.
You know,
But yeah, I was in the middle of Mexico. I was having the best season of my life, literally, and Jesse was pitching, and there was a 91, 92 mile per hour fastball down the middle, man, and takes a G-hack. I'm catching, and just nicks it just perfectly enough to where it's just like 92 straight to my cup. It got hit. Literally blacked out for like 10 seconds. I couldn't, like, just this whole area, like my stomach and my inner thighs was just like burning.
Right.
And it hurt. It was just burning. And I was just like, what's going on? Ended up like finishing the game. Got hit again the next day in Torreon, the team that I play with now.
back-to-back days.
Yeah.
Back-to-back days.
Yeah. And I just, I got hit again and it just didn't feel right. Like,
That can't happen.
got out of the game and went to the ER, and next thing you know, it's just like got rushed to the ER and had surgery. Thankfully everything went well.
Yeah.
Nothing was taken out. Everything went perfect.
Right.
Completely 100% healthy, but
Recovered. We're
recovered.
functional. We're
Yes,
functional.
refunctional. Yes, but yeah, it was really. I think that was one of the hardest points in my career for sure, because I just went from being at the top of my game, defensively and offensively, and just making a name for myself in a league where there's a lot of experience, a lot of veterans, and went from that to getting recalled back to Tijuana, the Toros, and just I went through a mental episode where I couldn't catch for like 6 months. I really couldn't catch, and I just couldn't catch. Yeah, I can't really explain it,
Yeah.
but I couldn't catch. I was recovered physically, but I just think I just had some PTSD from it,
For sure.
where I just couldn't catch.
Well, of course. Right. Like, there's going to be some trauma.
Yeah, I had some trauma for sure.
100%. I mean, I got hit in the face, and I was scared of that trauma. You know what I mean? I had seen guys. I'll talk about it too, man. Like, I got smoked in the face on the road in Puebla, and the
Ball flies in.
a noon game by Nigel Vargas, where he backhanded a splitter that was off the plate, right off my freaking jaw, and like, it scared me for sure, definitely. But I was really worried about my parents and being out there. But I knew, like, as soon as I got that, like, I started moving around, I felt dizzy, and I just kind of started like assessing my situation. I'm like, I'm in Mexico, we're on the road, it's a getaway day. I got to get those.
Great hospitals in Pueblo, though.
Yeah, no, unreal. Like, I got a CT scan in 30 minutes, by the way, guys. Hey, listen, and it was a walk-in hospital. What? You could just scan my brain in 30 minutes, walk in? Okay. And they always talk about the social. Anyway, it was a great experience. Don't get me wrong. It cost the team like 400 pesos. That's it. And the doctor goes, "Hey man, you got a fracture in your jaw." I'm like, "Is everything else okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, but can't, like, do I need surgery?" They're like, "No." Like, "Do I need a wire?" He's like, "No, you're lucky. Like, it's just a small little fracture. It's just gonna hurt." And I'm like, "All right, I gotta get out of here." Because I knew, by the way, we had to get out of Puebla, go to Mexico City, go to Cancun. So I had to be.
You can't miss those
Dude,
places.
no,
Come
absolutely
on.
not. They said they were going to send me on a bus. We're talking about a 45-hour bus ride. And by the way, Mexico buses are like Uber, because that's what everybody uses to get around them. It's wild.
Yeah.
Like that train. I mean, it's cheap. You can go city to city, go cheap.
$3, $4.
Yeah, exactly. Good on the family. Like, smart move family-wise. If you got a big old family, y'all want to go to the beach, like, you just take a bus trip, like, leave in the morning, come back at night. It's not terrible. Anyway, yeah, dude, like, but I was back on the field 5 days because I knew. I was like, dude, if I don't get back in there to throw, like, I'm gonna freak out. You just can't freak out. Like, that's what that's what all the great mental guys are saying. Like, it's always about assessment and process.
I freaked out.
Yeah, and it's okay. But
Yeah. It took me like 6 months. I remember I went to Mochis to play.
I remember we talked
I
about
could not
it.
catch.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, they were terrible. Guys are, and the game's fast. That's the other thing. The game's dangerous. Plus, you down there, like, oh my god.
Yeah, we had a couple
I prefer
guys
the
that
guy.
threw
By the way, you
98.
prefer sticky at that level. Guys are throwing 98, 100. Please use your sticky so it stays in the zone. Do not lose the baseball in my head, because that's the other thing. I saw some, like, probably every.
You can't think about that, though.
I know for sure. That's
You're
part
like
of being
beat
sad.
if you think about that.
It's part of being a sub. You have to. That's why I got hit in the head in the box too. Same thing. You got to stay in there. It's part of it. That's why we have C-flaps now. You know what I'm
I
saying?
use them.
Right.
Not for style.
I think they should make like a little thing. Like a little quarter. The quarterback under.
Maybe this is the beginning of the brick thing.
Something. Maybe. I've been saying that for years though. Like, if you could train smarter and live, and you had like live pants that had red pads sewed in with the pants. Then if you got hit, you would know strength if you need to. But right now it's just sitting booze. You know what I'm saying? It just protect your body with some better technology, literally. And then you can take more of these and not get damaged. It's like, that's the point. Don't get damaged. That's why Acuña's got that free net up your shoulder stuff.
Yeah, I got rakes, man.
I always wonder if that's a cheapo.
He raked.
I know, but think about it. Like, you had a little thing on it, had a little pressure on your arm, and you could like hold them. Yeah. That's how I think about it. There, you know what I mean? Like, because I can
rakes.
swing.
I don't know. I mean, what is he at? Like 40 Palmer?
Dude, I want him to just keep going.
Just keep going. Why not hit 63 like Jed? 64.
I hit 80.
Yeah, that's tough.
I think I'm going full conspiracy. I think that's why Atlanta moved from the south.
I'm going full conspiracy right now.
Atlanta moved from the south to the north. For sure. Just for
Listen,
all
sure, steroids make you stronger or whatever, but you still got to hit the ball.
Oh.
Still got to hit,
It's
barrel out in front at a specific angle so he can launch
Yeah.
and go out of the station.
Sure. There's
But
no evidence.
Steroids doesn't make you a home run hitter.
Right. There's no evidence.
I personally don't take
Anywhere.
steroids. Just want to clarify that.
Barry
Never
Bonds-
have.
Barry Bonds king. Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
We're gonna put in like Roto and I found like maybe I'll send it. I need to find it send to you, but it's every home run your Barry Bonds ever hit in order. And it's so funny because Eric and I start laughing because it's like 2 minutes of it are like up and in heaters. But he's just like, yeah. Don't face me. Let's see how it goes. Although Brian Reyes just got me. Oh my god, that was a barrel. Good for him. But there's another guy just growing right into the little thing, And that's fun. We'll keep getting more dudes in here too, and we'll keep getting guys to stop getting upper barrels so much. I kill up barrels. Can't do that.
Can't hit a slider while you throw him in fastball.
Cannot throw fastballs at a low count to Dean Nevarrez in the 6th inning with a pitcher. First achieve. What?
I like fastballs.
What?
I've learned to hit sliders this year, though.
Oh, for sure. Wait, that's a bad pitch. I'm not saying throw the slider, but like, don't throw that pitch. Like, it's okay. Kids, let's be okay being 1-0. Okay, let's not freak out, pitcher coach. It's 1-0's not a bad count. You can still mess with dudes. I love a good 1-0 because then you're aggressive, and then maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Boom, boom. We don't know. You know, and that's where it's like, that's the game. You know, it's people don't split.
Chess.
You don't have to throw what everybody thinks you have to do. That's where, like, some of these dudes that I played with are throwing like 92, 95, like barely threw 92, 95 in the game until like it completely pitch back. It's like, not pitch backwards, like throw break balls, like throw change ups at 80 miles an hour to start the game. And then they need one, and it's just like 96. Hell's that?
I have a question for you. When you played in Mexico, where do you see the lead now compared to when you played?
Oh, it's grown tremendous.
Right?
Tremendous.
Yeah, I mean, the arms that I faced this year, I was like,
I don't
this
know
was
where to get
not
the data, so
2022.
shout out Liga. Listen, Liga Mexicana, call me up, all right? You guys suck at getting your information out, but if you started putting real data out, like golf, like American golf, it'll literally like you can look up Tiger Woods as a pedestrian, as you and I can look up Tiger Woods, like club hit speed, spin rate, you can just look it all up. It's all on this website that you would look at, you know what I'm saying? But like, you don't get that information with you. Like, you don't get, you know, occasionally on TV, they're like, oh, TrackMan 119 up in 463, wherever you hit that damn baseball, that was really, really far. But like, it's not consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, put it on the screen so everybody understands. It's so frustrating to watch as you're tuning with one golf trying to put a thing straight. Like, could you imagine every baseball that is hit, that you hit in your field, like in 2 seconds, there's a streamer behind it. It's a replay from the home plate cam. It looks like a driver. I'm like, oh, geez. You only get that. The only time you get that view right now is in home run derby. You know? That's it.
Or when you hit home runs, half the time.
Like, oh shoot, I hit that 463. That's cool. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, that was a wild shot for sure. That's a good one. That's touched. That's touched. All right, buddy. Well, I think we killed it. I think we're like an hour and a half in.
You sure? I mean, I can keep going.
No, of course.
I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. I think we go. Let's go. Is there like a little spot right here somewhere?
Yes. Just depending on what you like. I'll share my personal favorites because this is my area where I live.